I'm here to shed some light on a question I get in my inbox every single week. Instead of typing out a lengthy email response each time, I figured I'd take this opportunity to create a video so I can explain a little more about flying drones at night in Australia. So the short answer to can you fly a drone at night is no. No, you're not permitted to fly your drone at night in Australia. And I say Australia because some countries do allow night flying with specific permissions or guidelines. However, it's generally prohibited in most locations. If that's all you wanted to hear from me, please drop a like on this video on your way out and do something better with your time. But if you stick around, I'll go into a little more detail about flying drones at night in Australia. So in Australia, you can only fly a drone from the beginning of day to the end of day, also called BOD and EOD. This may be called civil twilight, which allows for around 20 minutes either side of sunrise and sunset, depending on where you live in the country. But the easiest way to ensure that you operate your drone legally in the excluded category or for fun is not to operate it after sunset time or before sunrise time. But what about commercial drone operators like us? Can we fly at night? The answer is yes, but there is a catch. We can only fly at night with strict protocols and conditions that commercial operators need to meet in order to operate a drone at night. As commercial operators, we can only fly at night if we hold a REOC, a Remote Operator Certificate in Australia. Even if you had a REPL or REPL, which is a Remote Pilot License, you're still not permitted to fly at night unless you fly under the guidance of a REOC operator. So what are the requirements of flying a drone or RPA at night in Australia? The operator needs a REOC, and the pilots flying under that REOC must all have a REPL. Without that accreditation and licensing, we can't even consider flying at night. As a REOC holder, we need to train and test each of our remote pilots. We need to keep records of the testing as well as the training. We need to carry out our usual JSA and risk assessment for the job, and we need to document all our practices and procedures. While these rules may seem strict for drone pilots in Australia, I know not everyone may agree with them.
Anybody agree with me?
But to ensure the safety and legality of your drone operation, it's important to follow the requirements and guidelines set by CASA or your Civil Aviation Authority. I hope you found this helpful and answered your question about flying drones at night in Australia. I really appreciate you watching this video to the end. If you have any questions, please get in contact with us. Until next time, keep taking those awesome drone photos and have a safe flight.